So something we forgot to mention about this trip, right now we're in Vegas. Robert and I are in a hotel. We have to be separate to record. You might notice I sound a little odd.
Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom.
Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ podcast. Someone be funny.
I don't think we're
be funny. No, I haven't said a joke in 3 seconds.
Oh Christ!
I don't think we're starting quite yet.
Robert, it's been 12 seconds. No one said anything funny yet.
What's funny? Oh wait, where just got canceled because that's probably copyrighted.
You stole someone's joke. Okay, here's the thing about that is that in order for the algorithm bot to detect it, to actually get flagged for copyright, it has to be good.
Yeah.
So I think we're all set, unless anyone's got some like golden pipes that they wanna put on display.
So at what point do we start, Matt?
That's a good question. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I will ask the first question.
You will.
I will ask.
While we're here.
I will ask the question, and then we will organically begin.
Yes, that is how that works.
Dustin, good?
I think so. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You good? We gaming?
I think so.
We must be gaming because I just hit start.
Wow. Oh, okay.
You're recording game?
One sec. Actually, that's a good point. Boop, boop. Wait, one of these buttons means stream, one of these buttons means record.
Oh my god, please
yeah!
get the right one.
No, on the little macro steep stream thing, when you have OBS, there are two circles, and then they're right next to each other. Also, the two buttons on OBS, as you know, for streaming and recording are right next to each other. And I feel like that's a pretty big oversight that they just never.
Oh, it definitely is. I've streamed before when I meant to hit start recording. It took me a good 40 minutes before I realized that I hit start streaming.
Have you ever? If you ever?
Hey, Dustin got no Malone.
Congratulations. Have you ever seen the clip of Snoop Dogg streaming when he doesn't know he is, and he's just walking around?
Yes, I have.
It's happened to you could pretty much find any streamer or you could find a bunch of streamers that have done that. There is one where I forget who it was, but they were making thumbnail faces, the stereotypical YouTube thumbnail where they're I always thought that they just took a screenshot of one of a moment in the video, but apparently they just make weird faces
they just make
into a camera until they get it, and then and then they accidentally were streaming, so they're just streaming themselves making a bunch of stupid faces. And whoa,
was the zombie just clipping through the door?
It definitely did. I was very ominous.
Oh, okay. By the way, are we starting at this point? Do we need to say my name?
Don't say
no.
Swear
So no swears. Here's the thing. That's part of the original question I was gonna ask, and I decided that here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna motivate you guys. Okay.
Oh no.
I can't be motivated.
I'm not gonna tell. You're not gonna introduce yourself. You're just gonna need to be so funny and so entertaining that people stay until the very end, where I will say who's on the podcast. So
that
you better
sounds
prove
like
yourself.
A horrible idea, but
you better prove yourself.
Oh boy, I didn't realize that this was a trial run. All right.
This is also the pilot. This is the pilot for you two as well. You're not funny. You're getting kicked out. Did I not mention
auditions. We thought this was a pilot. It's just auditions. This isn't being recorded at all.
that? only for looking back.
Oh boy. All right. So Matt,
Yes.
as you know, and not that anyone listening to this will know, me and Dustin are currently on a trip
That is correct.
around
Yes,
the country. Not where we normally live. We are in Las Vegas at the moment. And today we went to Death Valley.
You went to Death Valley.
Yep.
I feel like wait. No, that's not. Okay, I immediately thought of like the really deep thing of water with salt water, but that's not.
That's the Dead Sea.
Yeah. What? Okay, so this is just the Dead Sea, but without any water in it. Dead Valley.
Yes, right? And not quite as low down, but it is the lowest point in all of the Americas.
Oh, okay. Except, well,
the Dead Sea is in like the Middle East.
Well, the lowest. Well, I would say the lowest place in America is probably like the Supreme Court, but
nice. Topical, perfect.
Okay, but continue. Yeah.
Nope, no one's gonna understand that when they listen in 2025.
They'd be like the Supreme Court. You mean Supreme Overlords? You mean our singular branch of government?
You mean our God case?
They're not gonna know what I mean by America in 2025.
You mean Trump land?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but Death Valley.
Yeah, so it's really low down and extremely hot. So when we got there, it was 123. That was
okay.
Fun.
Okay.
But it looked really cool.
What like describe it? Like what are you like what were you actually like looking at? Like is it just an open area that's just like beautiful nature?
It was mostly an open area. We were in a canyon. So it very much is like a valley. So imagine like being in the Grand Canyon almost, except the sides aren't nearly as big. But it was funny because there were points where we would see these mountains on the side basically, and there would just be a sign high up that just said sea level.
My favorite thing was there was a little touristy thing that says, "Can you look behind you and see the sign for sea level?" And Robert turned around. I guess he was expecting like more like a.
I'm looking for a natural sign, like evidence of erosion or something like that.
And then I just pointed to the left, like it's right there. It was just a wooden sign that said sea level.
Yeah, literal sign. Whoops.
It's like I'll give you the signal. Like, how do we know what the signal is? You'll know. And then like a massive explosion goes off. You're like, was that the signal? No, it couldn't be. Too obvious. Is it behind the sign?
There's a sign here. It must be behind that.
But no, Death Valley is now the 6th national park that we have checked out. And it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let me think here. We did the Badlands in South Dakota, which were... How would you describe them, Dustin?
Kind of just a mountainy area, I guess. It's kind of like mountainy desert, I guess. Well, not desert, but a rocky area.
It was cool looking.
Yeah.
After the Badlands, let me think here. We did Yellowstone, which was probably the best one so far.
Yeah.
They had so much cool stuff at Yellowstone.
So many animals.
A lot of bison. We saw bears. We saw elk.
Yo.
Our friend would be proud, Matt.
Dude, I'm thinking of bringing the elk back.
Dude, should I just make that my familiar?
No, actually, I think it's just gonna.
Maybe I'll bring the YouTube clip again.
Oh, the random clip that you always play.
Yeah.
Oh, accidentally. I'm really trying.
Trying what? To play well?
No, to not.
Just okay.
Not. not to stick a chainsaw in your back as you kept running in front of me.
Oh,
I'd be like, all right, and then you'd be like, oh, what's going on here?
eh.
Actually,
Well, sorry, go on.
actually, do you have more about your national parks?
Yeah, so Yellowstone had a lot of cool stuff. That's where Old Faithful, the geyser.
Yes.
So we were able to watch that go off after it trolled us for about 20 minutes.
Mhm.
By just not just
Well, so the place near there's a visitor center right outside. And they go ahead and they give an estimated time for the next time that Old Faithful is going to go off.
Plus or minus 10 minutes.
Plus or minus 10 minutes. Old Faithful went off about plus 18.
Yeah.
so they have an estimate timer.
hmm
Is it okay?
Like it,
But there's
the time
there's
was
no
like
act-
7:30 plus or minus 10 minutes. And it did go up
Does
to
it-
like 7:50.
so it goes off at like somewhat regular intervals.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
like every hour and 15 minutes roughly.
Okay. Oh, so if you miss it, you really got to hang around.
Yeah,
much,
so
yeah.
we had gotten there in the middle. So we had already had to wait like 25 minutes. And then we had to wait an additional like 18. So we ended up waiting there just like 40 minutes. And the best part about that 40-minute period, Matt,
Mhm.
I have it all on video
The whole thing.
because I
You didn't-
wanted to get the geyser on video, but we wouldn't know when it was happening. So I just started recording and never stopped.
Nice.
And there were a bunch of false starts too, which was funny.
What
It was
like
really
the
edging us on.
It would look like it was about to start going off, and then it wouldn't.
We get like little baby bursts and then just stop, and every so often.
Yeah.
Wow. I
There
mean,
were also hot springs around in Yellowstone as well, which were cool. We could really smell like the sulfur and stuff like that.
does Old Faithful have like person there with like a drum to like
No.
drum roll? Because I think that'd be a fun job.
That would be so much drumming.
And then you go, and then you keep getting it, and then he just stops.
I would
Pretty
not
much
be able
rolled.
to do that job because I would start the drumming and then immediately get bored and just start doing Darude Sandstorm. So yeah. Let me think. What were the other ones we did? We did
Glacier after that.
We did Glacier, which is in northern Montana. Although we really couldn't go inside because apparently you need reservations and we did not have them.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Then we did Olympia National Park. Do you know the state of Washington, right?
Yeah, it's where the White House is.
Nope. Nice try.
Yeah, it's where Alana lives. Yeah.
But you know how there's like the top left part where it's like that peninsula?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's Olympia National Park.
Okay.
And that was kind of cool. You would see a variety of mountains. There was one point where it kind of was almost like jungle-like.
Yeah, it was like a rainforest at one point.
Okay. I wouldn't have expected that from that.
Yeah, no. We weren't either. It was a wide variety of different biomes.
Oh, like Minecraft biomes? Like, yeah.
Yes, exactly that actually.
Like actually you have like a jungle biome right next to like a desert.
Not quite a
Not necessarily
desert,
a
but we had, let's see here. We had Oceanside, we had beaches, I think. We had mountains, we had rainforests. So yeah, we had a wide variety.
Interesting. And is there anything to do? I've never been. I don't think I've been to a national. I must have. I don't think I have. Have I?
Probably
No.
not. There's like none
Not
in.
around here, right?
There's one in Maine, and that's it.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
the
I
closest
haven't
one
then.
probably.
So is there anything to do? Like, is it pretty much just walk around, just see cool stuff?
Drive around, use like sightseeing.
Yeah, it's either you can walk around, you can do like these massive hikes. We haven't done them because we're weak, but there's also a
Also
lot of
time.
like also time. But we also do a lot of driving. Like for example, Yellowstone, just going from one side of the park to the other is like a 3-hour drive. And pretty much the entire drive is gorgeous.
Oh,
Olympia National Park is a giant loop that literally takes like 8 hours.
oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was a long day. But it was a cool day.
Hmm.
Then we had then we did the Redwoods National Park in California.
Ooh, big
Which
trees.
they have the giant trees, and that was also really cool. And then today we did Death Valley. We were gonna do Yosemite, but apparently you need a reservation for Yosemite too.
Just to go in?
Yeah,
Just to go in.
Is
There's
it
like
because
what, 6 that do that?
7
Seven.
national parks out of the 63, and the main reason is because it's a small area,
Yeah.
and if they allowed too many people, I think it would just be way too crowded,
hmm
and B, they're still trying to be careful because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
And technically, this is only during like peak hours. The only reservation is going from like 8 to 4 at these places, because that's what they consider peak hours there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I wouldn't have
But-
expected that. I would kind of expected you just walk in and do your thing. But I guess that makes sense.
That's most of them. Well, so you also have to pay to enter. But what we did was Dustin, while we were doing research for this trip, found a national pass we can get. Basically, it's a $90 pass, but it allows you to enter any national park for free. And normally to enter a national park, it's like $30.
Oh,
So, like,
okay.
we've already saved like 100.
Yeah.
So after 3, you're good.
Pretty
Right,
much,
but
yeah.
and that
We've already-
pass lasts for a whole year. So
Oh, wow.
And,
That's a good.
Speaking of national parks and national forests, a conversation Robert had earlier. Mammoth Cave is a national park.
it is.
Yep.
We never had to show our pass or anything there.
No.
That is really weird. Okay, then I guess we've done 7 national parks. And Mammoth Caves, that's in what, Kentucky?
Kentucky, yeah. That was also really cool.
Yeah, so that was basically like an underground cave system that we were able to go in and explore. Although that we had to do like a more proper tour with.
Yeah, we couldn't just walk down there.
Yeah.
You kind of just walk in, be like, I live here, and then they just let you in.
No, not quite.
Imagine. Yeah. That's cool. So you guys are doing the parks,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're hitting up a bunch of them.
and then you're doing what? You're just doing random. How
So the-
much? How much would you say of your trip is like planned, and how much of it is like spontaneous?
Regarding what we're visiting, about 90% is planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regarding like where we're staying, how much driving we're doing every day, that is all spontaneous.
Okay.
Like we do not currently have a place booked to sleep tomorrow night.
Oh, so you're just gonna try to figure out.
We have an idea in mind of where we're gonna stay. We just haven't booked it.
Yeah, it's always a thing where we don't really know where we're going to be at a certain time. So we have to see where we are and then look for places around that we can stay at and then book then.
Yeah. So we've been keeping an eye on this group. It's called Campgrounds of America, but they spell it with a K because they want to be cool.
KOA.
Yeah, so it's
camp?
KOA. The campgrounds begins with a K.
Oh, okay. All right, hip with the youth, I suppose.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of places all over the country.
Okay.
So
And-
early on, we were able to get a membership there, and we were able to basically by getting like a $30 membership. Every reservation we make is 10% off. So in the long run, it'll save us money. I don't know if it has quite yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're relatively cheap anyway, so every single time we're only saving like $3.
We're literally just saving tax pretty much most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you got that backup. I guess that's good.
So like tomorrow, that's where we're trying to stay, is a KOA near Salt Lake City.
Have you slept in the car yet?
Not
No.
yet. We got somewhat close in Washington, but we ended up finding a KOA actually.
Was it Washington? I thought
It was Washington. Because we were thinking of sleeping in our car in Leavenworth. Then we saw it was a KOA like just a little bit south of Leavenworth.
Right. I think the closest we came to sleeping in our car, though, was after we left Mount Rushmore at about 8 o'clock at night with zero plans of where to stay.
Oh, yeah.
We literally happened upon, we just randomly drove, found this campground, and I was able to get us a cabin there for like $25 off because I managed to get there a minute before they closed.
Wait, you got there late, and then they were like, "Yeah, go for it."
Well, yeah, because an empty cabin doesn't make them money.
Oh, because they needed. Oh,
They
because
needed to fill it up.
they fill it. Okay.
Yeah, so they were like, "Look, it normally costs $74. I'll give it to you $50 because you
We
know
want you to take it.
we want you to take it exactly." And we said, "Yes, please."
You get like a cabin in the woods for like oh
In a
shit.
campground.
Oh wow. For
And
like
also,
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
So
it was a cabin with no lights and 2 beds.
Yeah, like I'm underselling this cabin, Matt. It has no electricity, no running water. It had 2 beds, but no sheets. So we ended up sleeping in our sleeping bag on top of a bed.
They even have pillows, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I had to use their own pillows for that.
I think you're right. I don't think they had pillows.
So you're literally getting a cabin, and that's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
It was more like a shed.
Yeah. Although it's still better sleeping than the time we slept in someone's backyard.
I wanted to bring that up. We slept in someone's backyard in Ohio.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How is
yeah.
that? How does that? How like? Explain to me how that becomes an option, and like what's like the discussion about that? Like,
So
All
I
right.
was looking at one of our apps that we use to try to find campgrounds because the only KOA we could have stayed at had some sort of issues. I think it was like we needed to stay there for 2 nights and we only needed 1, so we couldn't do that. So I just went to one of the other apps that we normally use. I don't remember which one. I found one, booked through the app. We get there, and it's just some dude's house, and apparently he uses his backyard as a camp place.
like,
Yeah.
is it like an Airbnb, but
No.
for camping?
No.
No,
But like that's what he's kind of doing with his thing. That's what he's doing with his house.
I guess yeah. He's like doing that with his house.
Vaguely.
Yeah,
Matt, our running water was from his
his hose. Yeah,
our toilet was an outhouse that he had.
So you just arrive at this guy's house and you say, "Hey, we're the guys that booked your backyard,"
yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
and you just kind of go along with it.
Hmm.
We
And
weren't
at
the
any
only
point-
ones in his backyard.
Yeah, there were other people who showed up after us too.
Oh, how big is his backyard? Is his backyard like a whole like plot of land?
It's probably about as big as mine, actually.
Yeah, but it kind of
Oh.
more roomy.
Okay.
And it was also levels to it too. Like there was like elevation, so like you'd be up top and you go down further down.
Interesting.
Although he had to have signs saying, "Do not go past this point, or my neighbors will call the cops."
Well, he also sent a text message saying they might use other means.
Oh yeah, I think he said they may basically shoot us if we go any further.
Wait, what state is this?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Right, it's like bumfuck nowhere, Ohio. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, horses drove by too. It was a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, so we were in a city where the population was like 200.
Just 200 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there was a point where on the road there was just a horse-drawn carriage.
Just not like a specialty display thing. Like that's
I
just
don't
legitimately.
think so.
That's just how they're getting around.
I didn't really get a good look at it. I just saw a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, we didn't get pictures of it, unfortunately, or get a good look.
You didn't happen to talk to the guy at all? The guy in the backyard? Did you?
The owner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked to him.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this guy's story. Like, I want to know how he ends up just like leasing his backyard to campers.
You want to hear the best part about it, Matt? I almost forgot.
Of course I do. Yeah.
So, we told him about what we were doing. He actually took a picture of us at our campsite and put it up as an advertisement.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, just like
no, it wasn't of us. It was just the campsite.
Just our tent.
But he told our story about how we're going all around the country and stuff.
Yeah, he found it interesting. So,
like an advertisement, like online or like just around the area,
like on his website or like the app where you would book for him.
At some point, like later, can you like find that? I want to see that. I want to know. I want to find this. Yeah. I want to know more about this guy. I want that kind of sounds like. I don't think I have the social skills to do that. But if you're just like some guy and you're just like hello, it's not. He seems like an NPC. Is what I'm thinking. It's like, hello, traveler. Do you need a place to stay for tonight?
It's not the most foolish comparison, actually.
You can also put that in the next D&D campaign, Matt. And whenever we can't find an inn in the city, we'll just run into a guy's like, hey, you can use my backyard.
Hey, you wanna live here?
Yeah, that was probably the strangest place we stayed. I don't know. Can you think of any other weird places we stayed?
No, really, that's like the only weird one because everywhere else was just
Oh, I can think of one other time when we almost had to sleep in our car, Dustin. When we were stranded in Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada.
So we entered Canada, Matt.
Yeah.
And we were I'm pretty sure I was driving at the
Yeah, you were driving.
I was driving. We had just left Niagara Falls. And I was a little stressed out. And because of me being stressed out, we kind of forgot a couple things. And the biggest one we forgot was to exchange any money.
Yeah.
So you're walking into Canada with good old USD.
We're driving into Canada.
You're driving to Canada.
Yep.
Not a CAD in sight, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, neither of us thought our phones would work in Canada.
Well, here's the thing. Robert's parents said that, and then I kind of believe it. I didn't bother asking my parents if our plan was worked, which would have been the smarter idea.
Right. Our concern was that having our phones on in Canada would cause extra. It would cost more, basically, to our cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
So we put our phones on airplane mode, but we had directions for where we needed to go, basically. But what ended up happening was we realized we're going to have to stay in Canada. We couldn't find anywhere to stay. As we left our route, it ended up that we couldn't figure out where we were. So we weren't positive where we were. We started looking around. We talked to a couple people because we were trying to get dinner and a place to stay.
That would take US dollars.
Right, because the first place we went, they were like, no, we don't take US dollars. And I had heard, apparently incorrectly at this point, that like most places in Canada closest to the border would take US money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
None of them did.
Not a lot of places did.
So we started looking around. Eventually, I just gave up. So I said, all right, I'm just going to put my phone off of airplane mode, see what happens.
Just said screw it.
And I got a text message that basically said, "Welcome to Canada. You are more than welcome to continue browsing the internet, making phone calls and text messages."
Yeah.
So if you had just left it on, you would
it would have
have.
been fine.
We would have been fine.
It's funny because when I turned mine on off airplane mode, I got the same message and a bunch of texts from my parents because I told them what I was doing. They said, "Oh no, you should be fine in Canada. It should be fine." So if I had just waited just a little bit before going on airplane mode, like getting response from my parents, we would have been good.
So then we started looking for places to exchange money, but pretty much everywhere we checked was going to be closed. Because
just
by
behind
now,
us.
right, or was behind us or was too far. Because by the time we put our phones off of airplane mode, we were about an hour away from the border.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because at the border, there's a 24/7 currency exchange. But
You didn't
so we
know
yeah,
that
we
at the
didn't.
time, or?
We knew it at the time, but we were so stressed that we didn't think about getting the money until we were long gone.
Yeah, we're just on the highway and away from it, so we couldn't exactly turn around.
Oh, okay.
So eventually we try one more place. We park in the parking lot of a motel, and the owner comes up to us and is like, "Oh, are you staying here for the night?" We were like, "No, we're just parking here because we're trying to get our money exchanged." And he said, "Oh, well, just make it quick or whatever." So we go, we can't get it exchanged there. We come back, and on a whim, I talk to the owner. I'm like, "Look, we have nothing Canadian. Will you accept American money?" And after a bit of back and forth, he agreed he would take American currency.
Yeah.
You really haggled him.
I don't think really held it. He was kind of
no,
cool with it pretty
He
quickly.
was pretty chill with that.
Roll perception. Roll
Persuasion.
persuasion. No, roll perception to realize if he's roll insight to see if he's trustworthy.
My favorite thing about going around asking people if they would exchange our money is that in a very Canadian way, they were like very hesitant to say no.
Really?
They're like too nice to be like, they just want to tell us no because it seemed like they want to hurt our feelings or something. It was very Canadian of them.
And the other thing was, I was wondering, Rob's actually here, but the game continues this way. Y'all were just kind of Y'all were just kind of walking around. Well, you're here now.
I was just going where most people were.
The issue is that this game, it's so easy to get lost.
I was just standing over here, and I looked over, and I see all three of you just standing in the previous area.
I just went where the most massive playable bodies were.
Are you following?
Like, okay, there's two people over here. I'll go that way.
You know the one computer character will just follow you wherever you go.
No, I know.
He's not gonna lead you the right direction.
Okay, so I've been following Roberts this whole time. I'm gonna start following Matt.
That's probably a smarter idea.
I picked Robert. I was like, okay, I'm always gonna follow him.
That was a mistake.
You have gamer in your name. I thought I could trust you.
I haven't played this game in years.
But you're a gamer.
He's the gamer. He's a gamer. All right. My question, important question. I've been waiting a long time to ask.
Okay.
Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
We, as you know, we have a very we've gone down quite the rabbit hole of walkable, non-car centric cities.
Right.
And I'm really hoping that you have some good news. In terms of, have you found any cities that not just bikes would approve of?
I think so. I think Concord, New Hampshire, and Montpelier, New Hampshire, he would be quite happy with.
Montpelier, Vermont.
Vermont, my bad.
Same thing.
Yeah.
He would definitely. Actually, going away from the capitals, there's this place called Leavenworth in Washington. It's just a German-based city.
Yeah, it's like a German village.
That there was
really
there was a main street that had no cars. It was just a walkable street. Matt, it looked like we were walking in not just bikes B-roll.
What? Really? Okay,
yeah.
Wait a minute. That's so good.
It was fantastic. I love it.
I know
we're moving. The whole draw of it is to put. Yes, definitely. the whole draw is supposed to be like, oh man, it's like I'm in Germany, but I'm in the U.S. But all I could think was, it's so walkable. There isn't a car in sight. Oh my god, look at all these people riding bikes.
Look, not most of the land isn't taken up by parking lots.
That was perfect.
Is there like a German population there of people?
No.
Or
No. It is like just for tourists.
Yeah. It really is just like German looking. Like all the names are like English German, I guess. There was a bunch of pubs and stuff.
Das has guten der.
Yeah, pretty much.
Und Oktoberfest.
And the best part is, we went to this German village. We had dinner there, actually. We had Mexican.
You had Mexican food in the German village in northern
Washington State.
Washington State.
Yeah.
And the
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
No, I'm just like,
Robert really likes Mexican food.
I mean, you've recommended Mexican a couple times.
Have you been eating like local food, or are you just getting normal stuff? Like, are you trying any? Like, are you guys
the only local food we have done is we got KFC in Kentucky.
we got Chicago pizza and
we got Chicago style pizza as well.
So what are you eating? Just
McDonald's fast food, and sometimes we just find like a local restaurant. It's not necessarily like,
it's not like cultural, but it's like it's local. You're like
small business place. Yeah.
Small business.
Oh yeah, we've been we've been eating a lot of dinners at like smaller places.
Okay.
No, not yesterday. The day before, we had like breakfast in the diner that was like connected to where we stayed.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, we were like the only ones there. But yeah, we've been eating a variety. We also cook our own food, especially when we're camping, which has been like half pasta, a quarter burgers, and a quarter soup, and that's pretty much it.
Just basics.
And when I say pasta, half the pasta is mac and cheese.
Hey, it's all about survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get it down, it's good.
Oh, that was frame 1. Anyway.
What?
No, like the
Matt the Gamer 115.
Matt the Gamer 115. No, the jockey was on Rob for maybe a frame before I sliced
quick.
it. I was just happy for myself.
You did well.
One could say one could call me a gamer. Could call me a gamer.
All right. So Matt.
Yeah.
I have a phrase I'm going to tell you. And I want you to tell me what you think it possibly could mean.
Okay.
You ready?
It's a phrase I've probably not heard before.
No.
You've definitely not heard before.
You have not heard it.
Okay.
Healthy Lake Erie.
Healthy Lake Erie.
No, Lake Erie.
Healthy Lake Erie.
Yep.
Healthy Lake Erie. Okay, well, I know what I've heard of Lake Erie before.
Okay, good start.
So I assume you're around there. Healthy. That sounds like it's like some sort of environmental thing to clean up the lake.
Here's the thing.
Make it good.
The full sentence is, that's a sign of a healthy Lake Erie.
That's a sign of a healthy Lake Erie.
That's the full sentence.
So if you see, so it's like, so I imagine this is like an old man in a rundown house that's lived there for multiple centuries.
Well, he was kind of old.
Telling you some like absolute like bullshit like method of like it sounds like this is more of a prophecy.
I don't know if we ever determined it was bullshit or not.
I'm fairly certain it is not bullshit.
So this is like when Lake Erie is doing something or there is a sign, it means it is healthy.
All right, so you ready?
Yeah. If I'm at Lake Erie, what am I looking for?
Well, you have to be there for like a narrow, like 8-day period that we just so happened to be there. And during this period, there are millions and millions of flying around.
What?
Mayflies.
They're like moths, kind of, except they're out during the day. And they only live for like 2 days. So we went to Cedar Point, which is this amusement park in Ohio, and it's right on Lake Erie. And everywhere you looked, there were dead bugs. Like, you would have thought that it was an infestation.
Like just dead bugs on the ground or in the water or
everywhere.
On the ground,
everywhere.
on the wall.
Like
Walls,
a layer,
ground.
like a thin layer of dead bugs.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh. Did you get a picture of it?
Yes.
You got a few, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I need to.
Hang on, I'm gonna post one right now.
So what had happened was, we drove into the place like to get allowed for parking, and we were talking to the dude, and the fly flew into the car.
The fly drove. The fly walked.
It flew into the car. Robert started swiping away, and the guy goes, "That's a sign of a healthy Lake Erie." So basically, every single time we would see all these dead bugs on the ground and like these millions of dead bugs, I would just point at it and go, "That's a sign of a healthy Lake Erie."
Healthy Lake Erie.
And it would extend to just for the whole trip. Anytime we like getting swarmed by bugs or something, I would just go, "That's a sign of a healthy Lake Erie." We would be in like Washington, and I would still be saying this.
That's pretty good.
And okay. So you didn't happen? You didn't. So the old prospector man that you met that told you this fortune, did he explain anything about why it means it's a good sign, or it's just an omen?
I think what it was the mayflies lay their eggs, and at that time of year, if the lake is healthy, then it's like the perfect environment for the eggs to hatch. I think it's something like that.
So you're telling me that these mayflies live for basically they're born, they breed, and then they die?
Yes.
Yes.
So they've got it figured out, I guess.
All right, I found the only picture I had, and it doesn't do it justice.
So just a bunch of they're just everywhere.
Yeah, if you check in the Discord, Matt.
Yeah, it doesn't do it justice. Like you go on the floor and it was like 10 times that amount.
Actually, no. I was just looking at like the fly paper, but they're on the wall.
Oh, they're on the pole.
Behind
They're
it.
everywhere.
Ugh.
Yeah, we're everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if there was still one dead in our car.
You're there for you like get out. You get in your car. It's fine. You drive a little bit, and then you get out, and you're like, "Damn, my car is a different color now. What's going on?"
You want to talk about that? I wish I had gotten a picture before we went to the wash. But the front bumper of the car was so disgusting. I was going to get sick if we didn't get it cleaned.
Is this because of these, or this is just you driving a lot and just hitting?
This is because of us driving a bunch and hitting things.
Yeah, mostly bugs, but it's also sometimes you're driving on dirt roads and stuff like that. So it's just totally dirtying up the car.
So how many times have you had to clean your car this so far? Just once?
Just once.
We've only done it once.
Yeah.
Get bugs off the windshield.
Oh yeah, we have to clean the windshield like every time we get gas.
Pretty much.
It's that scene from the B movie.
That's what I think of every time.
They're on the windshield and he's talking to the mosquito. He's like, yeah. Well, what about him? Oh, he's dead.
Every time we're driving everywhere, we'll dunk. I think of that scene because apparently you can hear the bugs every time you hit it. It's like dunk.
Oh, it's just a noise that I've gotten so used to. I've started tuning it out. Or is this the way we're supposed to go?
Oh, fuck if I know. I think it's this. This isn't the way. Oh, there's a charger here. Oh, careful. Oh, he doesn't know how to execute in a 3D environment. You're safe. Oh, he did it.
What?
Dustin got saved by the glass because the charger couldn't figure out how to get around it to get to him.
Nice.
He's like, how do I move? Dude, that's
right. So, Matt.
Dude.
One of the things we have not mentioned from today.
8mm Titan. What's up?
We stopped for gas. And where we happened to stop, they were themed Area 51, which was weird because it wasn't near Area 51.
Yeah, you guys are. Oh, you're in Nevada.
We are in Nevada.
You're not too far.
It was a couple hours away, but we noticed a very interesting ad.
Well, just the whole building.
Yeah, we noticed an interesting building. Dustin, you want to go ahead and say what it was?
So, in Nevada, prostitution is legal.
Oh.
And at this gas station was a place called Alien Cat House Brothel.
Wait a minute, I think I've heard of that before.
No, you have not.
No, there was when the whole Area 51 meme was a thing. A bunch of places that were like alien themed started getting a lot of traction. I feel like I remember that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wait, actually, I'm gonna tab out real quick.
Oh, what, you're gonna look into it? You want to look into that brothel, Matt?
Matt's about to look deeper into this brothel than either of us did.
Yeah, you can go?
No.
Unfortunately, we didn't go.
We did get a picture of the logo, though. Yeah, let's think. What other crazy stuff has happened so far, Dustin?
Other crazy stuff that has happened so far.
Oh, San Diego.
Oh, yeah, San Diego.
Classy San Diego.
Matt, I'm going to tell you right now, this story does not have a happy ending.
When you die?
No. So we went to the San Diego Zoo, and we got there relatively late, like 7 p.m.
Yeah, like a couple hours before it closed.
So we walked around, checked out animals. That was all pretty. And right before they closed, there was some sort of a show. And we're like, oh, that's cool. Let's check it out. And it ended up being this really awesome show all about Africa. And I got the whole thing on video. And it was really well done. They had performers dressed as the animals. And they also had some of their African-American employees dressed in like traditional African garb and doing traditional African dances, which was really awesome. Okay. And we loved it.
Okay. I'm scared.
And then we left the zoo. And Dustin went to the bathroom. So I'm sitting outside the bathroom. And the next thing I know, I see this guy who is screaming the N-word at everyone.
Huh? What?
And
hard R?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no. N-word, B-word.
And it got to the point, Matt, where I started recording. But by the time I started recording, he stopped.
Oh.
Well, he kept going a little after you recorded too.
Yeah, but he was more muttering to himself at that point. I'm surprised Dustin hasn't said the best part about the story yet, though.
Best part.
So, is it when you?
No. Let me tell it.
Okay.
All right. So, I was trying to be a good civilian, man.
You got involved?
No. Not with the guy.
Not directly.
Not with the guy.
Okay.
But I went up to someone who I thought was a security officer with the zoo. And so I walked up to him and I said, just so you know, that guy is screaming the N-word. To which he responded, yeah, I saw it.
He's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's crazy. And for a moment in my head, I'm dumbfounded. Why is this guy not doing anything about it?
I mean, I'm laughing because I know what Robert's going for, and I know what's going on.
And then I say, wait, you don't work for the zoo, do you? He said, no, this is a pilot's uniform.
What? He was wearing a what?
He was a pilot.
He was a pilot, like a commercial pilot of planes.
What? Wait,
like the,
so what?
Like the
wait,
white
what?
shirt and the tie and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Pilot's uniform, like his pilot's work uniform.
What about that made you think that he worked there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Happened to me too.
Oh, wait, I think we're back.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
I think we lost internet for a quick little bit.
Yeah, we
But
lost
it's back.
it for a little bit.
oh.
We're back.
We're back.
But
We're
yeah,
back.
he was literally just in his pilot uniform, and I guess Robert thought he was like security for the zoo.
I was tired.
I was just walking past him, and then Robert started talking. He's like, "Hey, so that guy over there was just like screaming the N-word at these families."
Dustin, I think we need to go over this way.
Okay. And I'm like, Robert had me believing like he was security for a second, but I was like, no, he's not.
Oh,
like, why are you talking to him, Robert? And the guy's like, oh yeah, that's crazy. I mean, best to just ignore him. And then Robert's like, do you not work here? Nah, I'm a pilot.
I was thinking it was like you see a guy in a red polo at Target, and you think he works there. But what I'm learning is that he did not. That there was no reason to think that he worked there. Just because of like proximity.
Yeah.
Just white shirt and a tie.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was bad on my part.
I found it hilarious. I was already laughing halfway through.
I like how he's just like, this guy just walks up to him and he's like, damn that, yeah, that's crazy. And then you're just both looking at each other. He's like, so you gonna do something about it? It's like, no.
No, you?
You seem really it's like, why is this?
Oh, are you like dead, Dustin?
I'm down.
Oh.
He's not near. Oh, why? Did you really leave Dustin all the way over there?
I didn't realize he was down.
Don't worry about it.
I'm working on it.
This is just like real life. 20 years of this, Matt.
20 years just leaving you. Oh, I don't know if we can wait. Can we not?
Yeah.
Can you jump on my head?
Can we actually not get over there?
Jump on my head.
There's no player collision.
Oh god, they're coming after me. Oh no, they're coming after you. Good luck with that.
I think he's. I think
No, there must be.
Oh, they're coming after me.
I don't. This is the way we came in, though.
Well, this is it for me. On the ground. My friends forgetting where I am.
No.
I suppose this is a metaphor for my life.
This is
The long, cruel world.
This is how it was supposed to happen. No.
Well, shit.
Well, we keep going.
So, something we forgot to mention about this trip. Right now we're in Vegas. Robert and I are at a hotel. We have to be separate to record. You might notice I sound a little odd.
Yeah. You want?
I'm in the bathroom.
Wow.
We were.
I said that as a joke. I didn't think you would actually do it, but
I remembered us saying that. I remember us saying you should do that. I did. I forgot. I
Now get a drink of water.
You got the sink.
Yeah, he is the sink. I don't have anything.
The gaming sink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I thought you were gonna say we're in Vegas. Rob lost $80. 10.
You did lose $80.
And you know what? I'm probably gonna lose more tomorrow morning.
Well, at least you're not in like a situation where it's like, well, either I win the money back or we gotta go home early.
No, we'll be fine financially.
Good, nice. You don't have to worry. You guys come back. You hitchhike back. You get dropped. For some reason you're getting dropped off in front of my house by this person with like a Confederate flag. And you had a really awkward drive home.
Matt, the amount of Confederate flags we've had has been a little depressing.
Have it? But you got wait. The amount of Confederate flags, but you go north first?
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, it's more like Midwest that we see them, like to the
Yeah.
Because I'm
Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia.
I was really hoping we would see some in Canada because I know that's a thing.
Is it?
So I've heard, yeah. Like you'll just see
Wait.
people with Confederate flags in Canada.
Wait, Confederate. Wait,
Yeah.
what? What do they? They
just want to be
What are they-
American so bad.
What do they have to do about it? And they want to be the kind that lost as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite Confederate flag I saw was at the USA shop.
Matt,
you
don't kill everyone. It's just you up.
You did send the
Yeah.
You did show me that picture.
It's like USA shop, Confederate flag. It's like, wait a second. That doesn't add up.
Wait. The loser section.
The loser section of the USA shop.
I suppose it's a good point to mention in the game that we are on easy difficulty.
Oh, dude, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I found a ninja sword. I know it took a ton, but Coach says ninja sword over here, and I really like it. So I've just been running around with that this whole time.
Yeah, I've been using an axe.
I've been using a shotgun.
Hello? You opened the door. You opened the door and the tank just busted through.
Yep.
So have you talked to like anyone? Have you met anyone? You seemed pretty open to just talking to some random guy about people screaming racial slurs. Is that? Please tell me that's not the only person that you've interacted with.
We talked to Joe.
We talked to who?
Joe, the camp guy, Ohio.
The camp guy.
We stay in his backyard, Robert.
Oh, that guy. Oh, that was
Yeah.
his name was Joe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We talked to this one guy when we were in South Dakota. Him and his family have been doing a similar road trip, but for like the last year.
Oh,
and he was from, where was he from? Maine?
Maine. Our friend from Maine.
Yeah, he's our friend from Maine because we never got his name.
Maine guy.
But he kind of gave off very hippie vibe.
Yeah, he was a chill dude.
He was a very chill guy, and he gave a lot of suggestions on other places we should check out during our trip. But he's a very friendly guy.
Yeah, the conversation is really just him rattling off a bunch of national parks and Robert just typing it down.
Yeah.
It's like a SpongeBob meme. Write that down.
People G.
We were about to back out of a parking spot in the Badlands National Park, which is the one in South Dakota.
Yeah.
And as I was backing out, I saw him and his family, so I waited for them to not be behind the car,
Yeah, as you do.
And as they walked by, I noticed two things. The first was that his wife, I can only imagine his wife, was wearing a Red Sox hat, right, Dustin?
Yeah, she was wearing a Red Sox hat.
She was wearing a Red Sox hat. And we hadn't really seen anyone from New England since we left New England.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And we noticed that he kind of looked at me and it looked like he wanted to say something. And you ever just get a gut feeling about something? In my mind, I'm like, oh, he wants to talk because he saw our license plate as Massachusetts. And that was exactly what it was.
He's like, my people.
Right.
Yeah.
So we started talking. We talked about what we were doing. He talked about what he was doing. He recommended Bryce National Park, which we actually might be checking out tomorrow.
Ooh, a recommendation.
Yeah, because it's like this apparently really good now in Utah.
You go to the front desk and you're like, "Hey, the guy from Maine sent me." And they're like, "Oh, well, walk right in. Anything for anything for our Maine friend."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was probably the biggest guy we've had a conversation with.
Yeah, everyone was kind of like, regular conversations you would have with someone on the street.
Yeah, you're not chatting with the locals.
Well, pretty much a lot of times we have found ourselves saying that we are from Massachusetts, we're on this trip. And some people, like for example, a lot of the waiters and waitresses at the restaurants, we mention it.
Mhm.
And a lot of them seem genuinely interested. There was one who was very interested, I they asked like 5 or 6 questions.
About what you're doing.
Oh yeah, about like the kind of places we've seen. I remember they had asked us which place do we plan on going to that we're still most excited about. And I answered after a little bit of thinking, I said Louisiana.
For what, any reason?
For 2 reasons. For one, I'm excited by the prospect of New Orleans.
Yeah, okay.
And for 2, I'm really excited to just explore like the bayou and the swamps and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And at that point we had already done like some of the biggest things we wanted to do. So did you have an answer for them, Dustin?
No, she was only talking to you because this was Subway.
Probably because I initiated conversation.
Well, because it was Subway, so she was working on your sandwich and someone else was working on mine.
Was it a Subway?
Yeah, it was a Subway at that truck stop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was just talking. I overheard the conversation because I was like waiting in line, but my sandwich lady didn't seem to care about our trip.
Oh, okay.
You should have been like, Dustin, you should have been like, "Hey, you're doing a road trip too?" And then I was like, yeah, where are you heading next? And I'm like, "Oh, I'm heading here next." Like, "Yo, I'm heading there too. You want to go together?" And then you walk out, and then they're gonna go home and tell their families about how 2 guys randomly just decided to go on a road trip together.
I think I just watched the beginning of a buddy cop movie.
That really is. That's your origin story, and now you guys just go around the country going on adventures together.
My favorite thing that, speaking of like talking to people, I don't know if Robert's even picked up on this, but my favorite thing that Robert does, if anyone starts any sort of conversation with us or just has a statement, Robert will respond. There'll be a brief pause, and Robert will go, "So, where are you from?" And then they'll say whatever. It's like, "Oh, we're from Massachusetts."
Wait, Rob, you're asking them where they're from?
I am, because I'm interested. I'm interested in getting to know people. And if you're traveling and you're in a common tourist area, then one of the first things that's kind of something you can ask is, "So where are you from?"
See,
It starts conversation.
This is just what's like being an extrovert. I never give a shit.
Hey, what's up, bro? You just drive in from Stupid Town? I don't know if I could do that because in my head, I feel
don't
like
care about where anyone's from.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like although part of me is like, well, I know I'll never see these people again,
right?
And that kind of alleviates a little bit of like the social anxiety.
Dustin, can you heal me?
I feel like I would just like, I don't know. I feel like I would just want to talk to people, but just make up stories.
How do I heal you?
I was gonna say use your scroll wheel, but
yeah, that's been showing up for me.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. Oh,
good call, Matt. Good call.
Thank you, Matt.
A little bit of a gamer over here.
Yeah, I noticed Dustin was having issues because I healed him.
The jockey is riding Dustin.
Oh God, I wish.
You said it before I could. I was. Why do we have the same brain cell?
No,
Uh,
our brains are too rotten.
I want to be like, I wish that was me.
College femboy.
Dustin, come here. Dustin, come here. Behind you. We have so many health kits. Like,
I wasn't
Wait,
paying
do we?
attention.
there's a whole table of health kits. I just see Dustin walking away with his health in the red. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Get back
Okay,
here.
listen, for me, it's still weird that my health's in the bottom right. I'm and like away from everyone else. I'm just looking at all the green over there. It's like, okay, we're good.
Well, to be fair to Dustin, also, A, he's playing with a mouse pad. B, he's playing a game he's never played before.
Hey, I just want to make sure. Look, I'm not sending Dustin out. I'll take care of him. I'm taking care of him. He's in my care now. I'm gonna make sure he's all ready to go out into the world.
And I'm
Well-
watching Ellis. Go ahead, Ellis, whenever you're ready.
Let's just following you.
Ellis will come up as we walk.
Go ahead, Ellis. I'll wait for you.
I'm not running ahead of the zombie
Yeah.
horde around people.
Here's what I'm
Spitter,
thinking.
spitter.
I heard a lot of good stuff about your trip,
Yeah.
and I gotta say, has anything bad happened?
Bad in
I
what
want-
way?
Not pleasant.
Bad, like as a bad experience, or bad like the one time we ran somebody over and just kept going.
I mean,
It was
if
kind of hot today. Is that what you're talking about, or?
I just want to know if
Which
anything's.
one?
I want to know if anything unfortunate or bad has happened.
I
Have
would
you
say
had
the
to
worst,
overcome?
The worst thing that has happened probably is both of us really wanted to do a tour of Alcatraz in San Francisco. And the night before was when we realized we needed reservations.
Mhm.
And the closest we could get reservations was a week.
We somehow couldn't think that you can't just book a tour for Alcatraz the day before.
You can't just walk into Alcatraz.
One does not simply walk into Alcatraz.
Turns out Alcatraz is kind of popular. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, so that's probably the worst. Alcatraz. There was also Yosemite. So I would say the worst is the places that we needed reservations for, and we just didn't realize it. Other than that, dealing with temperature is brutal. The first night we camped out, the very first night we froze. It was so cold. And then the last couple times we camped out, it was extremely hot. There was one time we camped out a couple days ago. It was like 100 degrees out.
Very hard to sleep.
Granted, it was a dry heat. It wasn't like humid at all, but still, it was brutal.
We can talk about the one bit of car trouble that we got. Very minor, tiny, barely car trouble.
It was the most minor car trouble you
So
could
it
ever
happened-
think of.
It also happened on the first day. So we were driving around. Once we got to Concord, well, we know it's level 4, but once we got to Concord, we realized our phones weren't charging. And we were looking into it. Turns out there was a blown fuse in the car for the cigarette lighter. So we went to Augusta, had to go to an auto place there. They gave us a new plug for free. Because apparently they're just so cheap that they didn't care about giving us a free one.
Oh,
Yeah.
score.
We lucked out, and that was the only at all bit of car trouble we've had the entire trip. Knock on wood.
So what I'm learning is that either you guys got to start being a little bit more reckless, or you need to start. You have to start getting yourself into some more dangerous situations.
I mean, it should be no surprise to you, Matt, that I am the more reckless driver of the two of us. And let me think. I think the highest speed. I think I reached 100 on the highway at one point. Because you go on the highway and it is literally wide open road, no car in sight, And so you get to a point where it's just like, I can go as fast as I want and no one will stop me.
To be fair, also, it's not like Robert's being a speed demon. Like the speed limit in these places would be like 85, so going 100.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
the
not-
speed limit's like
crazy.
80, so
It's not crazy to go 100 in these places.
yeah.
He's not just
There
being
were
Knievel.
there were times today, Matt, where I was going 90 miles an hour and people were passing.
People were passing him. He's going 90 and people behind are honking at him because he's going too slow.
You're going too slow. Come on, Grandma. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Going 90.
Going 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, so it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys can just like find like the sketchiest people you
I feel like there was
can and
another
like talk
car
to
issue we
them.
had though, Matt. Dustin.
Just like
Wait, what were you saying, Robert?
I thought there was another car issue we had.
A car? No, nothing wrong with the car.
Oh no, it wasn't a car issue. It was an issue with our tent.
Oh, the way it broke?
Yeah. So, Matt, how much camping knowledge do you have? Any?
I've been camping. I camped fairly recently for my advanced project when I camped in the reservation. Yeah.
So, know how a typical tent, basically what you do is you have the two sets of poles, you make like an X with them, and at the ends of the poles is like a little silver bit where you stick the corner of the tent in.
Yeah.
Well, we went to set up our tent at a place, and it was like 10:30 at night or so. And we realized that one of our poles, the metal bit, had fallen off. And it must have fallen off when we packed up the tent the previous night. So it was just gone. So we had no way of attaching that pole to the tent. So fortunately, I was able to make a knot to tie it up. And that worked for the one night. But then we had to try to come up with a solution for the rest of the trip. And that led to probably the day I was stressed out the most, which was the day we visited Seattle as well as Olympia, this capital of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to figure out a solution to our troubles. But the issue is that like most of the repair kits I was finding, it's like buy it on Amazon and have it shipped to you, which isn't exactly a good option when you're constantly on the move.
Yeah.
I was able to finally find, I think it was a third store we tried, had literally the exact tent repair kit we kind of needed because part of the kit included the exact silver part we needed.
Okay. That works out.
It's just you up, Matt.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Dustin's been dead, and me and Ellis are down.
Oh, God. I
just watch you getting thrown one way or another.
Oh, God. No, it's fucking... Yeah.
Oh, well.
Damn. Cool. Well, that's good. Make sure, So if you guys could just be a little bit more reckless, talk to the most sketchy looking people, maybe get yourself kidnapped, commit a couple crimes while escaping the authorities and crossing state lines. Have some like real good character development. Maybe evoke a little bit of childhood trauma to level up when the time is needed and the situation is dire. Just something to make sure that when people come back for the first episode, that they're thoroughly entertained. So you can do all that for me, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can have
we'll do all that and more.
you can have like you can have a couple
You should have a
character
couple broths before they leave Nevada.
yeah. If you could just change your if you could just change your goal from seeing every state capital to going to a brothel in every state. If you could just do that.
I have to be honest, I'm a little disappointed, Matt. I don't think we're gonna have time for me to take Dustin to the gay strip club in
Oh
Vegas.
no, really?
Yeah.
No. That's so unfortunate.
Dude, I know. Dustin was gonna have such an experience.
I feel like after you I feel like after you would go there, you would know. Right? You wouldn't have any questions after that. Either like
I don't have any questions now.
no? You know? Oh,
Dustin, you might not, but we do.
Is constantly questioning it not like a normal thing to do?
Depends.
Or is that just okay.
I will tell you this, Matt. That was me for 3 years before I was comfortable with my bisexuality.
No. Okay, just wondering. Just asking for a friend. You wouldn't know them. They go to another school.
They go to another school.
They go to another school.
None of us go to school.
And they go to school in Canada. You wouldn't know them. Don't worry about it.
We've been to Canada though.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed. Wherever we are, I start talking in that dialect.
Are you just
like subconsciously?
Are you like immersing yourself into culture within like 10 minutes? How are you?
No, like if we're in like a same place for like a couple hours.
How? Unintentionally?
God, I'm sorry.
Unintentionally?
Yeah, unintentionally, yeah.
Dustin, can you confirm this?
Not at all.
I feel like I am.
You certainly feel like it, but you brought it up a couple of times. I'm like, you sound the same. I don't know what you're talking about. I've kind of noticed it with myself, but it's probably the same thing where Robert hasn't noticed it. But I feel like only in the southern states, when I hear southern people talking, I have it a tiny bit. But I tried getting rid of it immediately because I don't want it to be like that thing when the person who studied abroad in Barcelona starts coming back speaking Spanish. I don't want to be coming back with the southern accent. It's like, I don't know. Don't know what happens. It's how I talk now.
People who study abroad, they come and speak a different language. You go to the south for a month.
How do you say it in English again? It's just been so long, I don't remember. So I try to avoid that. So I'm like, no, stop it. You're not from here. You're not southern.
We haven't even been in the south yet, really.
Well, southern accent places. They haven't even
I guess.
for me.
I know when I went to college in Virginia, I had a time where I started developing a Virginian accent.
I mean, that makes sense.
God bless Virginia.
No, Virginia is different from... Well, actually, the Virginia accent was pretty similar to Virginia. So.
In the West, God bless Virginia. Which is the only way I'm going to refer to West Virginia from now on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mountain Mama.
Similar situation, some lady... we were doing a parking ticket. And she's like, well, welcome to West, God bless Virginia.
Wait, God bless... Not God bless West Virginia. But
no, West, God bless Virginia.
God bless Virginia.
Yep.
It's like she was saying, she was trying to say welcome to West Virginia, but someone sneezed while she was saying it. And her southern hospitality just kicked in and immediately said, God bless.
God bless.
God bless. God bless West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. If you find yourself in California, Dustin knows exactly what lawyer you should call.
There's a lawyer?
Yeah. It's Dustin's new friend.
Matt, if you were injured and you needed a lawyer, would you ever call someone named Sweet James?
like that's the.
I'd rather just not get any money. I'd rather just take the loss.
I don't want to be represented by someone named Sweet James.
I don't want to be going to a lawyer's office like, oh, hey, Dustin, nice to meet you. Can't wait to help. My name's Sweet James. I just can't deal with it. Like, okay,
Is
I
that
already
how
lost again.
was that? Like,
It was a
name's,
billboard we saw.
hey, nice to meet you. Name's James, Sweet James, but my friends
know
just
what?
call me Sweet James.
Never mind. They can keep the money.
I really thought you were about to say, but my friends just call me Sweet.
Yeah, no, my name's Sweet James. My friends call me Sweet James. That's because everyone's my friend. How can I help you today?
Oh, you know what? I just remembered how you're supposed to do it.
You're supposed to throw them.
Yeah, you throw them like overhead.
Yeah, I once you said I remember how you're supposed to do this. I remember that. I was like, oh yeah, there's a.
I've just been dying by zombies a bunch. I
Yeah,
never know after that
we
actual
all
objective.
have.
You know that's you know what that's hey, still part of the team. Just took an EpiPen, feeling good.
Dustin's down.
It's all good. Yeah, so I actually have distinct memory of this level being really hard.
Oh,
Not being
boy.
able to do it when I was a kid.
Same.
Not
And,
being able to do it as an adult looks like.
Yeah, and I was really hoping this was going to be one of those situations where I can't come back and it's just easy. Because you know my advanced, I'm much smarter than I was when I was a wee lad, but apparently that is not the case, and I am still just an idiot.
Dustin, just stay out of there.
I am. Oh, really? Stay away from the poison. Who would have thunk it? Now I can't heal him.
I got him.
It's about this podcast thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait, we're doing a podcast?
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
No, it's actually real.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually, if you look around, there's a camera right there, and a camera right there.
Oh,
And a
shit.
camera right there. And if you look in that potted plant, there's a camera right there. And Ashton Kutcher's gonna jump out and be like, "Gotcha."
Wait, we got Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah. It's you know what?
I wish we got out. I'd rather we got Charlie Sheen. Didn't
you know
he's by winning.
He's by winning. What year was that?
Oh,
What year was?
9?
2011?
Was that really pre? Was that? Oh, that was so long ago. Remember when Charlie Sheen was the biggest meme?
Yes.
Damn, we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Matt, we got invitations for our high school reunion. We are adults.
Well, one of us did.
Well, the rest of us didn't because we don't use social media.
Well,
Or
I
at least
do.
it's-
Just nobody likes me.
That's what you mean. Okay. I don't remember how. Okay, if it means anything, I got added before George did, and he was much more social than I was, and he knew more people. You know, he was quite the popular kid, if you, at least in certain circles. But I got added before.
I mean, that you're compared to us, sure, but like,
yeah.
I would not say Georgia was popular.
We're not.
No offense to Georgia.
We are setting the bar pretty low.
Yes.
But I added him because I just thought it was funny. I think we spent, and then like, I think I was in Discord when I got invited to him, so I then invited him, and we then went through all the people, and we're basically just shit talking people. And then half the people I didn't remember. Like I can't. Like I was like, I kind of remember their face. I don't know anything about them. I think I think of our, if I had to remember at the time, there was only like 100, like there was less than 200 people in that Facebook group, and our class size was like 500.
Yeah,
like rounding up, that's like 500. So I don't know. Did you see that it got moved?
Wait, it did
already?
It got moved back to November.
Oh, then me and Dustin can actually go.
Are you actually planning on going?
I have always said that I would go if at least like one other person from like our friend group went.
Same.
Oh,
So
okay.
it sounds like me and Dustin are going.
So you each found one. You each
Yeah,
found
we
your
found
one.
one.
And didn't Georgia say something similar?
There was a time where Georgia was like, if I get dragged along, if he gets dragged along, he's dragging me along.
All right,
That was
we're
what was
dragging
said.
both of you along.
I don't want to go.
Matt, why do you not want to go?
I don't know how I barely know any of those people.
I'm
You know
going to
us.
tell you, Matt. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. You ready?
Okay.
We're going to hang out with the band kids the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow Robert around.
We know the band kids.
We know the band. Yeah.
We know
Matt.
pretty much everyone in our class from band.
Do you, Matt? Is Robert speaking to you correctly, or?
I feel like honestly, I feel like most of the people that I know in band wasn't from our class.
Dude, you got.
All right.
Calm down.
I'm not gonna
calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got beep, beep,
Beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep. And you remember beep. And remember beep who lives in beep.
who lived right down the street from beep.
Guys, I was trying to make a dubstep mixtape. All right, sorry.
Saying a bunch of names and Matt having to go and censor it.
You end up beeping about a bunch of names, but then if you figure that out in Morse code, it actually doxes like half of them.
And Frank.
Wait. Did you say say that again?
I said and Frank. Oh, and Frank. No,
Wait, what were you what were you trying to say?
I was trying to say and Frank.
And Frank. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard
I'm aware of what you heard now.
I not only heard Anne Frank the first time, but when I asked you to say it again, you then said Anne Frank again.
No,
so
I
I'm like, did he actually mean that? I mean, like that's
saying Anne Frank.
I mean, I know I told you to try to be funny, but that's just a little rough.
Now I'm just sad.
Yeah.
Matt,
I'm still not over it.
Matt. All right. Nope. I guess someone else.
You were asking me for help.
I was just standing in front of him watching.
Oh man.
I was waiting for him to say Dustin, but he kept saying Matt. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see you with there, Dustin.
I was like, "Yeah, Rob. What do you want to? Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Wait, what are you asking me? You want to explain? You want to explain how Anne Frank was in our high school graduating class?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
No, I had to censor Anne Frank.
I don't think we need to censor them.
We can't dox.
With that logic, we got to censor Charlie Sheen.
No.
Wow.
Class president Charlie Sheen.
I don't want to make it. Well, actually, doxing Anne Frank actually would have a lot more never mind. Yeah, you kind of don't want to do that. That was actually kind of a big thing.
Anyway,
they were actually very scared. They were actually very scared about being doxxed. This is the edgy part of the podcast.
Yeah,
where we start making edgy jokes. We have a long running bet to see who can get canceled on social media first.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Well, if I said Rob, Dustin said Rob, and Rob says Rob, then none of us is making money.
True.
That's why I need a.
We're not exactly betting against the house.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I need to change my vote to Dustin, and I just need to make him so mad that he calls me a slur.
What's myself every day.
Kind of going back to talking, a little bit meta, talking about the podcast.
Yeah,
because that's where we're. We gotta figure some stuff out. And even though I had specifically said not to, you guys kind of started talking about it yesterday. I was about how do you start a podcast, like what do you need, but kind of like specifically how do you start? And I kind of had this realization a while ago when I made Minecraft videos in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I realized that YouTube intros are cringe. Without realizing that making Minecraft videos in middle school was cringe. So I had a weird. I guess I didn't quite know everything that I did. But there was a point where I made the conscious decision to not say, "What's up, guys? Welcome
What's
back,
up, guys?
What's up, guys? Matt here, coming back to you with another Minecraft Let's Play. Today we're gonna go look for not only some diamonds, but we're gonna get to obsidian for that portal. Make sure to smash that like button. Like, I always liked just picking, even if it's just pretending to pick up in the middle. It always seemed more natural.
Yeah, just jump right into a kind of approach.
Yeah, Phil DeFranco.
Yeah.
Just jump right into it. Yeah. So I think that's what I think we would do.
I think from my streaming experience, what I usually do is I'll start stream. I did not mean to shoot. Sorry. Well, that causes zombies to start appearing. But I usually start first minute or so. I don't say anything because I'm finishing setting up stuff, and then I'm like, all right, let's go, and I just start or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, if there's someone in chat, I'm like, hi, but we're not gonna have anyone in chat. That did not happen. Oh my god, guys.
I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to talk.
I get that, but we've also died 4 times in this one area.
Yeah, so, it's all good. You really don't do intros. So it's you kind of just go.
Yeah, I think the lack of intro kind of fits our vibe. Since,
yeah,
we're trying to go for just a couple of boys or lads. Just
lads,
hanging out playing video games.
Yeah.
I still feel like we should at least be I don't know, I'm Rob, you're Dustin, you're Matt. All right, cool.
Wait, who am I again?
Either Dustin or Matt. I forgot which one.
Well, which one are you?
Yeah, which one are you?
Rob.
No.
You're
Rob.
I think he's Rob.
I thought I was Rob. All right. Rob, say what?
What?
All right, we figured it out. Okay. We figured it out. Okay, that one. Okay, that's Rob. Hey, other person. That's not me.
What?
Yes.
Can you say who's in Paris?
No, I can't.
Okay, that means you're Dustin. Okay, we figured it out.
Got it. Okay.
We figured it out. We got it. We figured it out.
I'm Dustin.
You're Dustin. I'm Matt, and then the other one is Rob.
I'm really confused.
You are Rob.
No, you're Rob.
I'm confused. But
I'm confused. You're Rob.
Okay.
So confused. How are you?
Pinned down on points could happen.
Well, I'm just. What did the Paris thing have anything to do with that?
Oh my god!
Really? You're joking. That's such an overused joke.
Wait.
Especially in this friend group.
Yeah, we use it all the time. Don't you know the
Paris?
Song? Don't you know the song?
The question was, "Who? Can you tell me who's in Paris?"
Oh.
Yeah. He asked me, "Can you tell me who's in Paris?"
Okay.
Attaboy.
That one guy out. Well, I mean, I guess technically the guy out of the zoo can tell outside the zoo.
The whole guy at the zoo can say it.
He can also tell you who's in Paris.
And
the pilot will stop him.
And he is pissed about it.
I don't think we quite clarified this, but I'm pretty sure it was self-explanatory at the very least. The guy was not a person of color.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know. I honestly, I have an image of him in my head, and I don't even need to ask you if it's right because I know. I 100% know the image in my head is exactly what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a dream, and I'm gonna see that man in my dream, and he's gonna be like, "You been to the zoo lately?" And I'm gonna be like, "No," and he's gonna be like, "Good. I'm like, oh, like yeah, I'll stay away. Do not worry.
So, one last thing about our trip.
Mhm.
We've been paying attention to license plates a lot because we got nothing else to look at. And pretty much every single state we've been in, we have seen the same state pop up on license plates every single time.
Okay.
What
Like
state do you think it is?
A different state.
Oh no, it's the same state that appears in every state.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Is it like is this a trick question? Is it
No,
Massachusetts?
not a trick question.
No, not Massachusetts. Definitely not Massachusetts.
Not Massachusetts.
Once you hear it, it's going to be obvious.
Once I hear it, it's going to be obvious.
Yes.
I think so, yeah. Like you're like, oh, of course it's that
one. So I'm just trying to think of like what state would have like a bunch of people that travel that go across. Is it like, or maybe it's like a middle? Maybe it's like in the middle and they just spread out.
Nope.
What is it?
Florida.
Explain why that's obvious. And
Because who has the time and money to go on crazy trips? The elderly.
Old people.
And where do all the old
Florida.
people live, Matt?
They all live in
Florida.
Okay, I get it.
Matt, I can tell you this. We have seen many, many, many travelers, and yet we're the only young adults we've actually seen. Everyone else has been either couples in like their 50s or later, families with children, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's no other option. Matt, can you come back up the stairs?
No, I fell in a hole.
Matt, you keep falling down.
I fell in another hole. I'm hole bound.
Yeah, I can tell.
I just want to be in holes so badly.
Female Titan.
We're really not making it past this part. I give up.
I'm just running around and not even picking up anything.
I give up.
You know, we have 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's recording.
Recording started at 11:40. It's about okay, cool. Yeah, that's 2 hours. Cool. Well, does everyone feel like they've learned something about being a podcaster?
We talked about how to begin a podcast, but Matt, how do we end one?
Like this.
Seriously? Just like that?
No, the video's already ended. They're not going to hear this.
You sure?
Promise?
Yeah. Promise.
I don't believe you.
Like, I'm not going to add this in at the end as a joke. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, no one's going to hear this.
It's just done now.
So Dustin can say bad words?
Yeah, you can just say anything you want and no one will ever hear it. Like, I won't even, like, I'll